Hi everyone. So firstly, no, I don't think I'm the Queen. As many of you know, I had a small surgical procedure a few weeks ago. It actually turned out to be a bit more complicated as it was a rare benign tumour wrapped around some nerves in my face. So although I've managed in clinic, I'm still having to be careful with how much computer work I do and the lighting. So to avoid migraines, this is me being sensible and why this year's yearly review is mostly on video. Plus, as an added bonus, it does remind you of the face and the voice behind the updates and the PPE in the clinic. So where do you start with 2020 other than to say a massive thank you to all of you, and we have got to the end of it. I'm truly humbled by how supportive our clients have been to all of us this year, often whilst they've been facing their own difficulties. So a massive thank you from all of us at Swan. Talking of my Swans, the team that we have at the clinic have been phenomenal this year. Not only have they had to adapt to very different working practices, but they've done so whilst always keeping high quality client care at the forefront of whatever they are doing. And we've had to pick up a lot of cases that the NHS haven't been able to see because they've been obviously battling on the front line of COVID. Alongside the complexities of the pandemic this year, we've also had to deal with an unfortunate amount of staff health issues. We've had major abdominal surgery, foot surgery, broken hands, labyrinthitis, but we've got through it together and we've found ways to still ensure clients' health needs are also being met. Although a challenging year, COVID-19 has presented us with unique opportunities to review and change our working practices for the better. It has also highlighted more than ever how important good health is, and as a clinic, how the health and well-being of our staff is paramount. As such, we've moved to all full-time staff to a 4-day working week and implemented private healthcare plans to help their work-life balance. In the past few months, we've restarted our student placements using a newly designed hybrid model, mixing virtual and face-to-face teaching and learning. This has really tested us as educators, but it's something we feel proud of, as without clinics such as ours offering more placements, the universities were predicting that 50% of their students would not have graduated in 2021. To me, this only confounds the effects of the pandemic further, as now it's more crucial than ever that the next generation of healthcare workers are prepared for the NHS and graduate on time to strengthen a depleted workforce. We therefore ask that you allow students into your sessions where possible, as not only does this help with their learning, but it also helps us to not make any price increases as their placements are funded. We always take into account the individual before bringing a student into the session, and we would never get a student doing any aspect of your care without evaluating their skill first. So a lot to be proud of in 2020, but still many challenges ahead for all of us in 2021. One of the major challenges at clinic for the coming year is the balance between capacity and safety. Those of you that have followed the updates or have been to clinic will see that we've had to significantly reduce the space we are utilising to ensure appropriate distancing and infection control. This is something we will not compromise on. It does mean, however, that we can only work at around 60% of our normal capacity, which obviously has implications on appointment availability, the logistics of how clients and staff move around clinic, and of course, revenue generation. It's a fine balance to strike, especially as we have not raised our prices, despite spending thousands of pounds on additional PPE, cleaning procedures, signage and internal COVID testing for all our staff since May. All of this in a year that saw our revenue drop by 85% when the pandemic hit. Obviously there has been some government support, but it hasn't covered our loss of income. I don't envisage that we'll be able to operate our usual clinic logistics until 2022. So we need to keep striking a balance together for the foreseeable future. And for this to happen, we need to continue asking every one of our clients and staff to help where they can. Please check your booking emails for all appointments. These contain instructions and links for what you need to know, And with the continued fast changes happening, this can sometimes change from one appointment to the next. So please always check them before you come in. Please book ahead where possible for appointments. We have had quite a few clients understandably trying not to come in if they absolutely don't need to. This is to leave space for others, but then they've ended up leaving it too long and needing more urgent and a higher frequency of appointments. Whilst I appreciate the intentions behind this, please do come in for your sessions as advised, as not only does this make it more cost effective for you, but it also helps with our diary management. Please use our online bookings and payments where possible. As we've had to reduce our admin support by 50%, we are trying to automate as many of our admin procedures as we can. We've had many of our services Please use our online bookings and payments where possible. As we've had to reduce our admin support by 50%, we are trying to automate as many of our admin procedures as possible. Many of our services are now available to book online, and we would like to encourage you to use this service and pay online at least 24 hours before your appointment wherever possible, and if you're able. We have produced a separate video to show you how to do this online. So please don't be offended if we keep mentioning this to you. My staff have been briefed to encourage as many clients as we can to do this, to help offload our admin team, reduce congestion around clinic, and also ensure efficient running of the clinic in order to optimise client care whilst continuing to be safe. If you are unable to pay online, then please call and pay over the phone. Cutting the admin team, as well as the significant cleaning demands between clients in clinic, has made it more difficult than ever for us to sometimes answer the phones. However, as much of what people call us for can now be done online, or a simple message will suffice, the use of our call handling company to help us filter through who we need to call is starting to work really well, and it helps us to prioritise our time where it is most needed. We have been as frustrated as many of you with the glitches on the phone system earlier in the year, but we've worked through these and we now have a system in place we are confident meets the needs of us and our clients. So please don't panic if you can't speak to one of the Swans. Leave a message with the call handlers. They will send that to us to action when we can. If you do need to speak to a specific clinician, please book a telephone consult online. We will be continuing with virtual care where possible. I will admit I was as sceptical as anyone about virtual physio when we were forced to move everything virtually in March, April time this year. However, I'm amazed by what we've been able to achieve, and we won't be returning to our previous model of care, as this new hybrid way of working actually gets better results for everybody. With any new clients or problem, we need to invest time into understanding the person and the problem. This can be done virtually and is more cost effective for clients as there is reduced travel. We can get them seen sooner, and they can get better quicker as they get the right advice sooner. By moving to virtual assessments and treatments where appropriate, we're also helping staff health and wellbeing. We're ergonomically set up to complete the paperwork at our desk rather than leaning on clipboards, perched on treatment beds, etc. And for me, absolutely crucial at the moment is the fact that a computer screen is the best form of PPE you can get. It helps me to keep my staff as safe as possible. Obviously, not everything can be done virtually, but by doing what we can, it frees up treatment room space. And when we do get people in, it is more efficient and safer to get started on the hands-on care. We have never and will never do things in a way we don't feel offers high quality care for good value, and this way of working is absolutely no different. We've made a lot of adaptations to different services, and as a multidisciplinary clinic, we represent an increasing number of specialities, all of which are subject to slightly different regulations. As not all of these services apply to all of our clients, I won't go through them now, but have done some mini service updates which you can access on our website and the update email. Once again, thank you for all of your support in 2020. We would not be where we are now without it. I wish you and your loved ones a safe, happy Christmas and hope that 2021 is a better year for all of us.